Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of On Foodable Feature. I'm your host, Vanessa Rodriguez, and today we're going to be talking about an app that helps restaurants have a more efficient dining experience, especially for those guests who are always on the go. We're living in a live and thriving on-demand economy. This platform aims to help restaurant operators capitalize on this fast-paced economy by keeping the cash flowing during the slower day parts of the business. It's called Allset, and guests can reserve a table, pay in advance, and be served within minutes of their arrival to the restaurant. Today I'll be speaking with Allset CEO, Stas Matviyenko, and he's joining us from all the way around the world via Skype. We'll be discussing how this app can help an operation's bottom line, what the technology integration would actually look like, and costs associated with the service. Welcome, Stas. Thank you for joining us today. How's Ukraine treating you?
Hello, Vanessa. In Ukraine, it's beautiful but cold.
All right, well, it's beautiful and warm here, so I hope you feel some of our rays. Let's go ahead and get started. Can you explain to us how Allset works?
With pleasure. So basically, we help busy restaurant diners to get served faster at restaurants by pre-ordering for dining. Restaurants receive prepaid orders in advance. The goal basically is to serve our guests within 5 to 10 minutes after their arrival. To achieve that, we send orders in advance to restaurants, and we definitely can send them directly to the restaurant POS if we work with your POS. So when customer arrives, all you need to do is just greet the customer and say that you're already working on the customer order. Allset guests usually spend at restaurants up to 30 minutes. I personally do it within 5 to 15 minutes, actually.
What does this mean for a restaurant operator? Because this is, sort of speeding up the process, the restaurant experience, not only for guests, but also for restaurant staff, right?
In terms of the bottom line, our top performers generate from 6 to 10K monthly with us of dining orders. Basically, we're trying to connect people who want to spend less time at restaurant and just want to get a quick bite and get out. And we help restaurants to serve them quicker. That actually helps them to turn their tables twice faster. We're talking about quick serve restaurants, casual restaurants, counter restaurants that actually have tables. People do want to dine in, but they want to dine fast there.
And I know you guys recently partnered with Google Maps, right? So that will definitely help with visibility once you activate. But tell us how, this visibility will be beneficial for both guests and operators as well.
Yeah, that's a really interesting partnership for me as well, because when we reached out to Google Maps, we ended up actually on the little different spot, not with the delivery or takeout apps. They placed us to the reservations. All the customers that visit in restaurants on Google Maps, they see that this restaurant offering reservations with Allset.
How quickly have you guys grown? I know you guys opened in 2015, right?
So our first few years were actually really tough because we were the only company, we were the first one that had been trying to convert dining into online. And that's been really challenging. Sometimes customers were getting their food late, or sometimes they were seeing their food waiting for them cold. Fortunately, right now, we actually can guarantee that you will be served within 5 to 10 minutes after arrival. That started bringing to us a lot of customers, and we started winning their trust. So at the moment, we're working with around 300,000 customer audience.
Wow.
And we expecting to double this each year.
How complicated is streamlining that for, maybe a new restaurant that wants to adopt Allset too?
So basically, we divide restaurant types to a lot of other restaurant groups, and we know which restaurant type has what average serving time and average preparation time. It's different per each restaurant. So if you're a counter restaurant, then we will recommend you to start working on the order at the reservation time. If you are a full service restaurant, we will ask you to start working on the order a few minutes before the customer arrival. If you're a quick serve restaurant, we'll ask you to fire the food when customer arrives. And there are also differences between whether a customer ordered a steak or a customer ordered a salad. So we track all this. We also know where customers, where they're right now, if they're getting late, if they're getting earlier. There are a lot of tricks and hidden stones, but thanks to the data we already gained for all those years, we're able to actually guarantee that no matter where you go, no matter if you get late or you get earlier, you still will be served within 5 to 10 minutes after arrival at any of our restaurants.
That's amazing. It's like you guys have it down to a science now. So that's really exciting. So can we actually get into the revenue model? How does Allset make its money? What does this mean for restaurant operators? What are the fees and costs associated with your services?
We make our money when restaurant makes their own money, thanks to us. We only charge restaurants when we actually bring business in to the restaurant. We partner with restaurants and we provide them special promo codes that they can share to their customer base. Each customer they attract to a platform, they will be able to serve commission-free because we consider those customers as their customers. But well, there are a lot of customers that we can bring to a restaurant. And for each customer that we bring to a restaurant, we charge 15% from subtotal. We do not touch any tax or tips. We also work with corporate clients whom we actually help to feed their employees at restaurants nearby. So we also charge 15% from those customers.
So do you see this as sort of the future of dining?
I think that this type of dining will be digitized for sure, because you can see how quickly Uber digitized taxi. You don't need to go out to look for a taxi anymore. You basically pre-ordering your taxi. Similar to Instacart, how they changed our shopping at grocery shops. The more people getting used to using their phones by doing everything, their daily stuff, the more we're getting customers.
Do you plan to expand internationally? What are your plans there?
We're going to be in other markets and internationally within the next 2 years. And we already receive a lot of requests from cities like Paris or London. And we also think that Asia countries like China, they actually already ready for such transformation, and they actually pioneers in digitizing dining experience. If you go to any fast casual restaurant there, the only way you can order is with your smartphone. There is no waiters. You have to order with your phone when you're inside. So we'll see how we will perform there. But I still think there are a lot of restaurants that have been created to serve guests inside with waiters, and our job is just to help them to be more efficient, and so each waiter can serve more guests.
Yeah, it's crazy how much advancements are happening on the other side of the world and we don't even know about, right? Again, thank you so much for joining us today. Stas, I know it's probably the nighttime over there in Ukraine, is that right?
Yeah, you're correct. It's late evening.
Thank you so much.